if he wins the election, you won't be on the show anymore. He'll come looking for me. There'll be things that happen that none of us could imagine. That's what happens in that kind of a dictatorship, which is what he says. Let's believe him, take him at his word.
I mean, I said from the very beginning, this guy is never going to concede power.
A dictatorship? Well, no one has come for Robert De Niro, and Bill Maher is still on TV. And now he will be meeting President Donald Trump at the White House. This has been set up by one of Maher's recent guests and one of Trump's friends, rock star Kid Rock.
But I don't know, sometimes people say things that trigger me. And of course, we just had the election, and I feel like my conscience is very clear. I warned everybody about Trump, and then I warned them about what would get him reelected, which was stupid wokeness, which is what got him reelected. I think I had it right. Like, that kind of stuff is what lost the election for the Democrats. It's in all...
Maybe part of it? I don't know. I think a lot...
they have polling on it.
Well, I think it's inflation. I think Americans hate inflation.
That certainly was
They hate
part
inflation,
of it.
They hate riots, and they hate black women.
They don't
and they hate trans people.
Oh, God, John, we're not
Dude,
gonna...
they just spent hundreds of millions of dollars
don't hate
demonizing
black
trans people.
The one thing they hate is when you call them racist. The other thing they hate is black people. They just don't like the idea of a black family eating off the White House china. They can couch it any way they want, but it just did not go down well with them.
Inflation.
That certainly was
They hate
part of it.
inflation, they hate riots, and they hate black women.
They don't
and they hate trans
oh,
people.
God, John, we're not
Dude,
gonna...
they just spent hundreds of millions
They
of dollars
don't hate
demonizing
black...
trans people.
What we learned is that there's a lot of vulgar, racist people in this country, more than I thought. I knew there was some. Sometimes people say things that trigger me. And what we found when we lifted it up was a basket of deplorables. And I know they hate that term, but if the basket fits, and it does.
But MAGA is Make America Great Again. By the way, they love African American people. They love black people. MAGA loves black people.
You think Donald Trump is a racist?
So he's one of those racists who doesn't know he's a racist. But yes, he is. You know, if you ask the people on Planet Teabag, what's the problem racially in America? It's probably reverse racism, Larry. That's where the problem is.
We shouldn't talk politics.
Okay, we shouldn't. We shouldn't. Great.
And just because they voted for Donald Trump, which I would never do, doesn't mean they're bad people. I don't want to hate half the country, and I don't hate half the country.
I feel like there's things that don't get in your bubble on the left that I would love to deprogram, but it's probably not the place to do it.
And I would never say that all Republicans are racist, but if you are a racist and you're looking for a political party, this is the obvious choice.
One would ask Bill Maher, in this day and age, why would you still call yourself a liberal or a Democrat as opposed to an independent?
Yeah, well, I've always been an independent.
What?
I mean, I never threw in with the Democrats because I always knew they'd disappoint me at some point.
He was the one who said he was never going to leave, and he didn't leave. And he didn't leave.
And I just want to say goodbye, but hopefully it's not a long-term goodbye. We'll see each other again. Thank you all very much.
It's time to go home. It's time to go home. It's time to go home. It's time to say
And then he didn't leave.
goodbye. I had so much fun, and you had so much fun.
I don't see him leaving willingly. I don't see him leaving under any condition, including people knocking on the door with guns. But he'd be Scarface. I just don't see this man
giving it up. And I just think he has many cards he hasn't played yet. He is not going to leave until he wants to leave. I don't think he would even leave if he lost an election in 2020. Oh, I'm the guy who says he's not leaving even if he loses the election. No. I don't think he's leaving. He's not going to leave even if he loses the election. And I will bet you $1 million right now that if you lose the 2020 election, I'm right and you won't leave.
And I just want to say goodbye, but hopefully it's not a long-term goodbye. We'll see each other again. Thank you all very much.
And comedian Bill Maher is not listening to critics who are upset over his plans to visit President Trump at the White House.
You know, it's just not where my mind ever wants to go for my own mental health.
Yeah.
Is all this hate.
Yeah.
So yes, I will talk to anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he always was a racist.
Millions
They
of dollars
don't hate
demonizing
black
trans people.
All right, coming up here on the show, Bill Maher calls out liberals for calling Republicans racist.
What?
It's an honor to be invited to the White House under any circumstances.
Absolutely.
I don't know what's going to happen, but we have a stalker now. Whether he's the president or not the president, I have no power. I'm a fucking comedian, and he's the most powerful leader in the world. He is the ex-husband who kills his family on Christmas Eve. First good sign, before I left for the Capitol, I had my staff collect and print out this list of almost 60 different insulting epithets that the president has said about me. Things like stupid, dummy, lowlife dummy. He's OJ, and he does not like seeing America driving around with Ron Goldman. Stupid, dummy, lowlife dummy. He just did it in public because he's insane. Lowlife dummy, sleazebag, sick, sad, stone cold crazy.
She said, boy, he is a racist and he suffers from dementia. And he said she's crazed. And Putin said, I can't believe I have to collude with these people.
Really a dumb guy, fired like a dog. His show is dead.
The more people see him, the more they hate him. Yeah. For obvious reasons. He's abhorrent.
Sick, sad, stone cold crazy. Really a dumb guy, fired like a dog. His show is dead. I don't know. I think he always was a racist because he adores his father, and that's baked into the cake with him from way back. So, no, I didn't go MAGA. And to the president's credit, there was no pressure to. After we left the Oval Office, he showed me the little room off the office, you know, the one where Clinton used to.
Who'd you talking about?
Okay. The blowjob room. Okay.
Trump seems to hate you.
I cannot blame him.
He sued you early on.
He sued me in 2013, yes, about the orangutan thing. Just for starters, he laughs. I'd never seen him laugh in public.
Anybody have a question? Okay, good. Then we'll just end it right now.
Do you still believe that the United States is a reliable? They always try to help.
It could only be her.
Look, I get it. It doesn't matter who he is at a private dinner with a comedian. It matters who he is on the world stage. I'm just taking as a positive that this person exists because everything I've ever not liked about him was, I swear to God, absent, at least on this night with this guy.
What are the odds on him right now, do you think?
Look, I
July?
want to scare people. I want people to be very scared until November 8th. Don't get complacent. Anything can happen in this country. Be scared. Be very scared. The zombies are in the mall. Out and vote. Don't think this is in the bag.
The housing stuff, he went after those 5 who were acquitted of the rape. And
the ad ran 12 days after the infamous Central Park gang rape. The ads that he was placing were not prejudging the teens, but rather advocating for the death penalty if they were found guilty. If they were found guilty. Trump's 1989 ad that he placed in the paper does not mention the then suspects, only the horrific rape that had made international headlines at the time. It was so gruesome and awful. Trump's ad was mainly about crime overall in the city and the need to do something about it.
The housing stuff.
That's a reference back to the 1970s, and yes, it's a lawsuit from 50 years ago. In 1973, the DOJ filed a civil rights case against the Trump firm. Donald Trump and his father eventually entered into a consent decree to settle the litigation in 75. That agreement contained no admission of guilt. And Mr. Trump, never one to back down, went on to write in his 1987 book, "What we didn't do was rent to welfare cases, white or black."
So it does come back to the people. They're very easily fooled, and they're horribly misinformed about everything. And the people who watch Fox News live in a bubble I can't even describe to you. They talk about Obama and his presidency as if it just never even existed. We put America back. We got to rebuild our depleted military. We didn't deplete the military.
I mean, what President Trump has proposed is to increase defense spending to a level which will help rebuild our military. And in the face of a shriveled, deteriorated military, it only seems like the prudent thing to do.
We got to rebuild our depleted military. We didn't deplete the military.
I mean, we have a military which is smaller now than it has ever been since World War I. The Army is smaller. It's less ready. It's only 1/3 of our brigade combat teams are ready.
So it does come back to the people. They're very easily fooled, and they're horribly misinformed.
Our ships and our Navy is smaller than it's ever been since World War II, and the average age of our Air Force aircraft is 27 years old. And so clearly, the military has been depleted over the last 8 years and needs to be rebuilt.
And the people who watch Fox News live in a bubble I can't even describe to you. I mean, Hillary is way up now, but I don't think that's what the media wants. And they're going to take these nothing emails that are in the Wikipedia leaks, the WikiLeaks, and they're going to find something in there and they're going to dwell on it. And people out there who don't know that much about anything in politics are going to go, oh, it's a wash, you know?
It was her promise under oath that there would be no special treatment for donors to the Clinton Foundation. Yet the emails showed the Crown Prince of Bahrain, after first trying normal channels, was only able to arrange for a meeting with the Secretary of State after intervention by the Clinton Foundation, to which his government had given between $50,000 and $100,000.
New batch of emails shows how friends of the Clintons appear to have sought special favors access when she was Secretary of State, precisely what she said she would not do at her confirmation hearings.
That's it. Well, he did the 8,000 horrific things, but what about the emails? Right. You know, the emails, big nothing burger.
The Mrs. Clinton's email problems are much worse than previously reported. According to this letter, first obtained by Fox News, Hillary Clinton's emails on her unsecured personal server contained intelligence from the U.S. government's most secretive and highly classified operations, called Special Access Programs, or SAPs.
These are the crown jewels of the American intelligence community of the United States government.
You know, the emails, big nothing burger.
The intelligence community's Inspector General, Charles McCullough III, notified congressional oversight committees on January 14th. The letter says a comprehensive review by the intelligence agencies, who have final say on classification matters, found, quote, several dozen emails containing classified information at the confidential, secret, and top secret/SAP levels. That is even more sensitive than top secret and brings new scrutiny to the presidential candidate's handling of government secrets.
I mean, we're starting to read all the emails. There's nothing in there. You know, they reveal what she is, a government nerd who never stops working.
Mrs. Clinton and her staff treated the State Department as an arm of the Clinton Foundation.
The Clinton Foundation, nothing there. God forbid they get caught helping people overcome diseases.
We learned today that no matter what, Chelsea, you forgot about her, didn't you? Chelsea Clinton will remain on the board of the Clinton Foundation regardless of whether her mother wins in November or not.
I certainly don't see a scary person. She's a centrist.
I am a progressive.
She's a centrist. The idea in their minds that she's going to change the country very much is crazy.
I am a progressive who gets things done for people.
I mean, have you ever seen one of his rallies? It's just a completely fact-free assessment of this country, the problems facing it, and his always constitutionally impossible solutions. It's not even a race between ideologies anymore. It's not Republican and Democrat or conservative and liberal. It's reality versus alternative reality.
You know, I keep saying it. I'm not going to hate. You can not like Trump. You can hate him.
Reality.
You can't hate everybody who vote for him.
Yes.
I don't hate half the country, and I don't want to hate half the country.
Yeah.
Alternative reality.